This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
So, did you feel like from a Chris Masters standpoint that all he was missing was the right quote unquote gimmick? Like we know we have a specimen. We know we have the passion of a super fan. He is young, but man, maybe it's not going to be the troubleshooters, but if we can find the right thing for him, we got something here.
Yeah. And you know, you wanted to be able to put him in a position that he could work with top hands and that he was able to work with a more experienced talent than obviously he was, but also anybody that in OVW that could train him as well. But I think that Chris had promise. Chris had, you know, that kind of it that you were looking for.
I want to mention too, from a developmental standpoint, Johnny Ace is involved with the promotion. And hypothetically, if he got a look at Chris Masters, what do you think he would say?
Oh, he's good. And he cut his hair.
He used to have a joke about Vince's arms.
Oh, they're not nearly as big as Vince's arms.
You know, I do want to talk about his look. I wouldn't
waste my oil.
I do want to talk about Chris's look and physique. Unfortunately, a lot of the OVW regulars start a little, maybe a mean-spirited chant. They're chanting steroids at him on a somewhat regular basis. And I don't know, man, I have a different, I guess, approach to this subject. I understand steroids are an issue in competitive sports and certainly in combat sports, but this is entertainment. I've always leaned under the idea that, hey, if this is done under doctor supervision and whatnot, what business is it of ours? And it's not exactly the hot button issue it was a generation ago with the whole Zahori and stuff and all that, but were performance enhancing drugs something that was of paramount importance in 03, or does that happen after the tragedies with Eddie and Benoit that it becomes really paramount again?
You know, I don't know, you know, what the priority was. It wasn't in talent relations at the time. And again, throughout time, throughout, you know, history, it's funny. I was just doing a kind of history lesson on Steve Reeves and in bodybuilding in general, and going through the different machinations of bodybuilding and how there's always been steroids has played a major part, I think, in bodybuilding throughout the years, from Arnold, everybody in between. But there's also been if steroids were taboo, what else can you do? What else is out there?
Right.
Whether it be human growth hormone or whatever supplements there are that, you know, you got the mad scientists out there that are always going to, okay, if you take this with this and you eat that and you do this and you do that and you train 15 minutes after you eat all of that and then you go take a shit, it's going to make your arms huge.
Yeah.
There's 1,000,001 of those.
Right.
So I think that, you know, when you look that way, there are always going to be people that will make assumptions and come to their own conclusions without really having any knowledge of what it is and or what it isn't. So when you look at a guy like John Cena, who won, you know, many natural bodybuilding contests and has never tested positive for steroids in his life, and you watch the way that he trains and the way that he eats and the way that he lives his life, you go, okay, man, there are those people. There are those people that can achieve that through eating the right foods at the right times, and it's a science to them. So to say, if I went around the A to get to the T, I have no idea if Masters was on steroids or not. Did he train a lot? Did he have that bodybuilder look? Absolutely.
I feel strongly that saving money is important. You know, if it's not something we worry about now, boy, we are really going to worry about it later. And I want to help you get out of debt faster and do it with cheaper monthly payments. I'm talking to you if you're in a 30-year loan. Now is the time to take years off of your loan. We're routinely helping our listeners cut 5, 10, even 15 years off their loan, and you can do this without perfect credit with no money out of pocket. You've just got to start at savewithconrad.com. I want to be clear. I wasn't saying he was on it either. I'm just saying there were fans who were chanting it, and
sure,
there's a lot of know-it-all fans who think they know everything, and I get that. But there's no doubt when you look at a guy like Chris Masters, you know, then or now, he knows what he's eating. He knows when he's eating. He knows how it's prepared.
Yeah.
And he's working his ass off. I mean, it's not like you get this magic shot and all of a sudden you're fucking Popeye. That's not reality.
Yeah, no, you got to tear your bicep. We got to tear your bicep from the shoulder to get that Popeye arm. Have we told that story yet?
No, listen, I wasn't going to talk about how you fell down the stairs and tore your butthole or how you tore your shoulder.
No. I don't know how I did this.
A frozen shoulder, I think it was called.
So, yeah, man, my shoulder was really bugging me bad. And I went to the doctor, and the doc says, yeah, man, no, it's a frozen shoulder. I got some injections, like right into the top of my shoulder, and it relieved the pain, but I couldn't lift my arm up kind of beyond my shoulder height. And it was really, really bugging me. And I came home from TV late one night, and I was in the bathroom and getting ready for bed. My wife looks at my arm and says, oh my God, what did you do to your arm? And I'm like, what? And my entire bicep and tricep was just the ugliest black and blue you'd ever want to see in your life. And I had no idea. It didn't hurt.
Right.
I had no idea what had happened. And so then I went and saw the doctor about a day later or 2 days later, and I take my shirt off and I show the doctor, and they just look at me and go, you tore your bicep. You just ripped it right off the bone. How'd you do that? And I'm like, I have no idea. Yeah, I've been training. I've been going to the gym. I've been a good boy. I'm doing my 3 days a week in the gym, and I've been working out, but I didn't do anything that felt bad. So now I've got like the Popeye, the bicep that kind of pops up there on my right arm anyway, but left arm's still the shits.
At least you can bushwhacker. There for a little while, you weren't even a bushwhacker worth a damn.
Oh yeah, no man, I can go all look, oh wait a minute, we're not on TV, are we?
No.
But look, it's way over my head and everything. I can do that. I couldn't do that before. Well, Chris, so now I got one of them arms, and I ain't on no steroids.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at savewithconrad.com.